Hello. Um, we're doing Mirror's Edge because I haven't done it in a while. I feel like playing some Mirror's Edge. I've only played 153 hours. I don't know how good I'll be because I haven't played in a while. I might forget stuff. I might be sort of off in my timing. I might die a lot. We'll find out. Yep. I'm using XSplit to stream. That's why the font looks different. And I figured out how to get XSplit working with Mirror's Edge. Which is good because Open Broadcaster doesn't work with Mirror's Edge on my computer. I have to stream the monitor, I can't stream the game stream, and that makes it more taxing, I think. I'll be showing cutscenes as usual. If you have trouble hearing me or whatever, let me know. I haven't bought the microphone yet. I'm still deciding which microphone to get. In what way are you having trouble hearing me? Is that better? I turned up the volume. Um, okay. Good. Good. I have to swoop that city. Yeah. Should I do training? What? I failed jump? I did jump.
Hi, Faith. Welcome back.
Follow Celeste. The only thing I don't like about this tutorial is I have to wait for her to finish before I do my thing. It's still fairly quick at least. Sorry about my voice today. I've had a long, frustrating day and I haven't had much sleep because of the snowstorm and everything. So my voice is raspy, I guess. See, I really like the parts of the game that forces you to just kind of observe things. And I think this game does it really well, which it pushes you forward, and then sometimes there's moments for you to just sort of observe the city, and it's really cool. Ah!
Merc wants me to run you through some spawning. Okay, come on. All right, Faith. Let's run through some weapon displays.
I guess you failed. You hit Celeste. I've always wondered.
Fight them one at a time if you gotta fight. Okay, that's enough training, ladies. Gotta get to the real thing. Drake's got a job for yourself, so check in with him. Hey, let me know when you're ready to get going.
See you later, Faith.
Well, they're the only two women in the game outside of your sister. Who and Celeste and her sister never meet, so it makes sense. Today was so annoying. I had to go downtown for a doctor's appointment, and of course, it's the one day it snows. And the commute was so terrible, and it took me forever to get home. And I have to shovel again. I shoveled 3 times today because I had to take the car out. I had to take the car out in and out again to pick up my mom. And in that period of time, it snowed, and I prefer to shovel before I move the car into the driveway because it flattens the snow and then it freezes up. So it's just easier to shovel when the snow is nice and free. I feel like I'm gonna die right off the bat with that pipe. Sometimes I miss it. I'm just slightly off and I miss it. I still need to decide on what microphone to get. A lot of people say like the Yeti is the best one. But also it picks up everything, and I kind of worry about playing a game while it picks up everything. Also because it would cost me more. Shut up. Like, I'd have to put in a little money. If I got a cheaper one, I could buy like something else to help for streaming. Oh god, I already died. Whenever I die at that pipe, I just start over. Because there's no point in just not having a no death run at all from the very beginning. Sometimes you just miss that pipe. And I don't know why, because you know. I'm sorry, Lee. Oh, let's see the select pickup profile. Yeah, I might, like, my mom's philosophy when buying technology is that if you can afford it, buy, like, something that you don't have to worry about needing to upgrade for a while. Like, something where if you can afford a better thing, and usually that works for me. Like, I've had lots of stuff that have lasted me for a long time because I've never really needed to upgrade. And, I'll probably get the Yeti because then I could do podcasting and stuff with it too. I never know what the difference is between when he tells me I'm doing well and when he tells me I'm doing poorly. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I didn't miss it? I thought I was slightly to one side. It's so weird. I think I got it and I didn't get it, and this time I think I didn't get it and I got it. Stupid news shopper. This game is very relevant, given the current climate. Don't make games political, they say. Now, I have a paper I have to do. I'm too tired to do it today. I had an extension because I've been having medical and drug issues. I'm always having medication issues because medication to help me sleep or reduce my dreams always has the side effect of like making me depressed or making me tired all the time. It's so frustrating. It's bad. No. You've been shooting at me. No. I think I got my jump timing back. I've had a few, like I failed on the training because I jumped too early. I fell on that pipe because I think I jumped too early.
Okay, they're playing rough cell.
I'm impressed that Faith was able to make that bag toss. I know she's probably very strong, but she one-handed tossed that bag up there. When like anything off, would just drop the bag into the abyss. Yeah, I already do all game audio on headphones.
Nothing. They just opened fire.
Yeah, meds are annoying. I'm sorry.
I'll ask around. Get your ass back to base, man.
It's always fun when like the plot starts off with like, this is very abnormal, and we don't know what normal is. So, like I forget until playing this game enough times that I remember the story, because the story is not very memorable. That this was unusual that all the cops went after her, because like, you just gotta think that the cops are always after the runners. And if you play this game, you just assume they are. So it's 4 a.m. and she hasn't slept, and the game's about to begin. So this is, as I said, she'll be up like...
Matured. Yeah, I know. See, Mark.
She's up at over 24 hours in the first day. And then the game ends in the second day. Like, the plot of this game is incredibly short. That's why you think it's an action movie, Trish, because she's always jumping onto helicopters. But it's a nice bookend, actually. Like, the prologue training level of this game teaches you that you can jump into helicopters, and then the ending does it again, and you're like, oh yeah.
Almost there.
Well, anytime you'd like to tell me where there is and what the hell you're doing, feel free.
It's my sister.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can figure out.
She didn't bother telling him this, like, the entire time he was getting here. And she just says my sister. She doesn't even tell him what's going on, and so she just never bothered to say my sister earlier than this point. If you're doing a no death run, auto jumps are your friend because you can't die on those.
I guess that's where you're headed, but be careful. I'll tell them what's going on.
This jump is so ridiculous. What ridiculous jumps. Oh my god.
You know, we just running for mayor, right? Finally, someone who could actually make a difference in this place.
Oh, Merc. You believe in political change. That's very quaint. See, even Robert Pope, who's the candidate for change that gets assassinated here, his editorial that you read on the elevator was all like, it's like the stuff you see from people, from even like liberals and Democrats who oppose Trump, which is like the news for security is important, but
Kate? What are you doing here? What happened? Did you? No.
yeah, it does seem very nice.
Should I? It's Robert. Robert Pope, friend of Dad's. Shit. He called me. We hadn't talked much since I joined up. He had a break-in last week. He's still a campaigner. Don't you read the news? It's not news anymore. It's advertising. He was running for mayor. So the break-in must have really spooked him then. That's what I thought. But it was odd. He told me about the break-in, asked me to come, then asked if I could meet Will. I haven't seen him for at least 10 years. Anyway, he was alive when I got here. Just sitting at his desk, writing. Everything went black. When I came to, he'd been shot. And I'm pretty sure it was with my gun. There was a book on
How come
the
it took the cops so long to respond to
I'm
this?
sure there was someone else in the building. Left my radio in the car. Haven't had time to phone it
At
in.
4 a.m.
Come with me.
is when Kate got the call.
Isn't the time to run? I'm not like you. Running will just make me look guilty. You think this was an accident, Kate? There are no accidents in this city. I'm dead and wanted you to take the fall. Help me, please. You've got contacts. There's got to be more to this. Something he knew. Something he wanted to tell me. I can't get involved in this, Kate. You know what I do.
I love that it's the runner's sister who tells the police sister that she can't get involved. Like, you operate outside the law. You can do whatever you want, Faith.
Superior. Take anything you find to him.
I'm serious, Faith. Remember, they're not playing nice. Get out of there.
Now go. And Faith.
The first person hug is the most awkward thing ever. Because it's like one of the main actions that you have no control over this game. Which is what makes it so weird to me, I think. Because most of the game I like because it's immersive, because you basically do everything. And the actual cutscenes that take control out of your hands are very few. So, should I try the weird way? I'm gonna play it safe. I'm not confident to try my newfound ways yet. Especially since I haven't played this game before. But yeah, at 4 a.m. is when Faith got the police call that says shots fired. And then the police, take 2 hours to get here? And she's just been there unconscious for 2 hours? Or just waiting at the office for 2 hours? There's another helicopter. I like all the set pieces in this game. Like, all the stuff like this is supposed to be really cool, and you get to observe stuff, and you see the helicopter shooting.
That bird ain't playing around. Get your ass to the CEC news building. I'm finding you a way out.
This game is very much like if The Matrix was a good game. Yes, I know The Matrix was a game. And like the whole, I'm finding you an exit. You gotta run. You gotta run and I'll find you an exit. That was really cool. Shut up! I'm trying. I'm moving pretty fast. Uh oh. Okay. I was a little off in my aiming there. I was worried I was gonna hit a wall. I don't like other little details you can get stuck in this game. It's like you think they're just wall details, but they're not, and you can get stuck in them. Ow. On balance, WASD and mouse is way better at playing this game because you can move the mouse so much faster you can move the joystick. But having to do like some of the turns, you can see that in order to avoid the game detecting me wrong, I have to turn 90 degrees before making a jump, because if I try to jump diagonally, it's going to register a wall jump, and then it won't. And then I'll just go off the line.
Damn, what a mess. Can't believe Pope's gone. Shit, man. Absolutely. You know, well, you sure opened a can of worms on this one.
So you notice that
Bridge across the
outside the cutscenes, it doesn't talk much. That was the big thing about the Rihanna Cratchit dialogue and the story, which they cut out, because they felt it would be less immersive if they was constantly talking or doing things. And I agree, because one of the things I really like is my running conversation with Merc, like me, where Merc tells me to do stuff and I'm just like, shut up, I'm doing it. And I kind of like that. I get into the game, and Merc feels like a person, like an actual person. I felt bad when he died. Like, not like really bad because I like the character, but just because I miss him in my ear. The idea of replacing Merc with Miller at the end was very interesting, and that's something I was hoping they would explore more. Maybe in a sequel with different people in your head, and like the different dynamics or the different kinds of... Like, you know how in X-Files they replaced Deep Throat with Mr. X, and then they replaced Mr. X with Carrubius and whatever, and every time Mulder had like a different relationship with his handler. That I kinda like that. It'd be cool if you had different people in your ears at different parts of the story who were different. It's free. It only shows up from time to time. Kablam! I actually really like the cel-shaded cutscenes. Like, it helps to separate the story from the gameplay, so I don't... Like, I think sometimes one of the more annoying things is when they try to make the gameplay and their story not integrated, but integrated, where it's still cutscene gameplay, but they want to be like, oh, this is hyper-realistic, and this is you, and you can't do anything. There's something about that just doesn't work for me, because I know that the cutscene is the cutscene. I very rarely get into cutscenes. I always feel like it's just a break from the movie, so feeling like the cutscenes are like animated shorts just works better for me. And I like the cell shading. Okay, crap. Forgot what to do there. Alright, now I'm in more danger. Ow. Oh crap. You weren't supposed to shoot me twice at that point. Okay, good. I'm fine. Fate has rejected the bullets of her body. It's fine. Fine. Oh, the sewers. I hate this place. It's so easy to die down there. Sewers are like a really long version of the scaffolding. And it's just, you have to just keep in mind that you know what to do, you're not gonna die. See, I'm jumping a little early. That's closer than I almost ever get to. No! I knew when I jumped that I was a little too much to the side. Yes. Ow. Ah! Oh, that's not good.
Look, Jackknife may know something about Pope's murder, so don't let him wind you up, okay? He's a bad condition
Okay.
worker. God knows who he's working for now.
Still alive. Hard.
Faith, you're losing him.
Hmm. You can't attack in elevators. Elevators are safe zones. How is he not dead? Oh, I hate this part.
Can you find another way through to him?
The hit detection is so weird here. You can flip through so many things here. Like that flagpole, you can just fall right through it sometimes. I figured out if you aim towards the wall there, you'll catch the pipe. If you aim at the pipe, you'll fall through the pipe, which is weird. But
I know what you're here for, Faithy.
Just tell me.
that he's wearing blue should be a hint,
I heard a cop did
because everything's color coded in this game.
You a fan of wrestling? Pope was a wrestling fan. He even employed an ex-wrestler to handle his security. Travis Burfield used to go by the name of Roper.
Is this going somewhere?
Roper? Well, he's really just a thug. And sometimes people are too ignorant to see their place. Always want to swim in a big pond. Never see that bigger fish. If I were you, I'd start with that glorified slab of meat. Happy hunting, Faithy.
Blue is government.
I don't know about going rope burn straight away.
Green is business.
Oh, Faith, what are you doing? You're gonna tell him
Red is runner.
Still cool. No matter what Kate says.
probably just like me.
She told me to find her if things went wrong.
She's been arrested. And you wouldn't be the suspect seen fleeing from the crime scene, would you?
Hannah, it's difficult to recall with a gun in my face.
I know what you are.
I know what he said.
And you can't live independently of something like this. I can't just ask you some difficult questions. I can't even get out to sea.
What do you know about something called Icarus?
Why?
I told you about Mason. It was in Pope's hand, and he looked for his dowry.
You took evidence.
Gets very complicated. And Blue's in jail until Max. She goes to Icarus. It's a death sentence.
I won't stop you. Never that much to Kate.
I remember complaining about this story and how it was like
Can't stop the murder.
the cops are bad, but they're actually
Roland is willing
not
to
that
do
bad
anything.
because they're gonna be replaced by corporate security, because like it's the whole government corporate thing, and so they're removing. They have to frame a police, so they discredit them and replace them with.
Roadburn
Um,
Federal. Deep International Shipping near the Riding Park subway. Should be a sign on top of the building that'll help guide you. Look, I saw Roadburn wrestle once. Broke some poor bastard's arm, then headbutted the ref. So if this Roadburn really is mixed up with Pope's murder and Kate's setup, they sure won't be wrong. It'll be a fighter.
yellow is media, orange is. But yeah, so they're being replaced with private security. But then it's like, at this rate in Trump's America, that is actually what's going to happen. That they're going to make an excuse to replace the police with private police answerable only to Trump. So even police who could resist them can't resist them. Herbs. I don't like that you can fodder them. This is such a convoluted way just to get around the pipe. No. You have to jump, do a small jump. If you jump too high, you'll go over that pipe. That's why I was trying to do a short jump, and that's why I missed the claw, because I wasn't trying to jump too high up. Yeah. You'd think she would echo through this event. Yeah, Lee, I've remarked how tall Miller is. Because Faith is 5'9", which shocks people because she seems so compact sometimes. But that means every man in this game is really tall. That's like how I used to watch movies on TV. That I would just catch them on occasionally and put together the movie from bits and pieces of multiple watchings. Like there's a ton of movies I've watched that way. I never really watched in full until recently, or at all. So where did you lose? Or at least it's left ambiguous because you don't actually see body parts flying around. But that's the only way I can see that she can get out of there and walk calmly away without worrying about it's going to shoot her in the back. If the environment is to scale, it feels too close for me. Character height in games is always cool. They always make like heroines 5'9". Like all the Marvel girls are 5'9". And because it's like it's not too tall as to be intimidating to men, but it's not. But it's tall enough that it's sort of like sexy tall, I guess. And they're long so that you can stretch out their body. I mean, I'm fine with it because it means everyone's my height, but Faith is my height and my like she's got all my dimensions except for my weight because she's underweight. Especially since she's probably more muscular too. Although I do a lot of it. That was not good.
Shitload of booze in the plaza. Go higher and get yourself out of there.
Yeah. I'm no worried I was too early on that. I was, but sorry about that. That guy just has to die horribly every time.
Chopper's got a call from his mom. Let's plug it out.
See, I like that that's such a setup. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's just a setup here for you to do something cool, but because you still have to do it, it feels good. It's not a quick time event. You can mess it up. It's not a quick time event. You're still running, but you do it and it feels good. Oh, I didn't get shot while that's good. One of the most frustrating things about running off of there is when they shoot you while you're running and you try not to kill yourself. Fall. Yeah, it's so fun.
Did you get a message from Miller? I need to see it.
Yeah, at least he went down the first. At least he went down that time. It's horrible when I'm like sorry about that and he doesn't fall off and I have to hit him 2 more times. I'm not very sorry. 5'9" is just at the bottom of supermodel height. Fuck the police. The color coordination is nice.
Care about is Kate. For her sake.
Is it normal for cops to double holster like that? Hey Cam. The gang's all here. Hey, Morning Songs, did you ever watch Ready Tomorrow too?
There's a bird going in the direction of where the girl's meeting.
Think it's Roebuck now?
Well, it looked like a CPF on to me. How many other people can get their claws on a bird in this place?
Not many. Hey, you better get going if you want to catch them. And keep on street level 2. Clues around.
So this is not... I'm trying to get around that electric fence by doing something ridiculously dangerous. Oh, I'm scared I'm gonna mess this up. I haven't been making all my jumps tonight. I always hate this part because of this jump. It's not that hard, it's just anytime you have to jump on a pipe that far, oftentimes it gets finicky around the edges. If you're slightly too much to one side or a little too low, you just fail to grab the bottom part of the pipe. I wonder if I could train myself to take my hand off the mouse during the pipe jumps when I have to line up the pipe, because there's slight movement of my mouse while I'm doing it that throws me off. If I line it up perfectly, I shouldn't need to use my mouse during the period of time I jump. No, that's an idea. You will do that. There's a part later on that I tend to have trouble with because I'm rushing my pipe jump while being chased, and it's oftentimes everything I mess with reach. So yeah, yellow is media, orange is commercial. Green is financial, corporate, I think. Blue is government, police. Red is young. And the Pirandello Kruger
Yeah.
dog logo is on both blue and orange. The merging of state and corporate interests.
You're gonna find out about Kurt and Kate.
One of the few sort of quick time boss battles I'm actually okay with. It happens fast enough and feels immersive enough. Like, it feels organic enough that I don't hate it, and because it's so quick. Also, because they don't punish you, like, you can click multiple times as it's happening. It's just a normal counter. It doesn't jump on the screen and tell you to do anything. It's just you counter it with a normal counter because his stick grows red. So I like that too. That you just kind of do it yourself, even though it's pretty cool. If you want to watch it, I'll watch it with you, and if Trish can find it, she can watch it with you too. And it'd be fun. It'd be free to watch. It's so ridiculous I can only watch it with people. I don't enjoy watching it by myself because it's so bizarre. It's also very weird with a lot of force feeding stuff. I actually recommended it to a feederist friend of mine because of that.
About to crash the party, mate. Get out of there.
exploit some AI. See, they have to run out of the room, out of this elevator. So you can just, you're supposed to go into the elevator to come out of, but you're supposed to run around the room in a circle. That's what all the stuff in the room is for. But because their AI says they have to run out of the elevator a certain way and then get to a certain point before they start tracking you can run right past them into that elevator. Another part where it took me forever getting around the See, I hate the parts of the game where it's not clear where you're supposed to go. When you first play the game, there's so much trial and error go down.
Seems you might be clear of the blues for now. Looks like the Riding Park subway stop's closed. Some kind of renovation work.
Huh.
Oh boy, blues going into the subway. You gotta go deeper, mate.
You gotta go deeper. Deeper into the heart of the conspiracy. So I always wondered if there's a faster way to get through this, but Lee informed me that they trap you in here because they're loading the other part of the level. Which makes sense, because even, like they do, like here I'm gonna hit a loading.
Get ready to fight.
Right there, see? Last time I died here, when the train came with a very opportune time. Please come, please, the second person. Trap that guy. That didn't look like too loud. Please don't die while you're fucking alive. Alright, good. We made it. I hate that part because you have to wait for the train sometimes. It comes when you don't. What? No. Anyway. So how are you supposed to get, how does the janitor get up here? And why is there a door override? It says the door is broken. If the door is broken, why is there a button to open the door? Like, you'd think a door that's broken would be electronically broken. Not physically broken, but electronically working? Seems...
Blue's getting close. Get moving, mate. Losing your signal.
So right over here, this cop. I briefly saw him. I don't like looking at him. It just encourages him. Sometimes you see the cop die as that train hits him, which is hilarious when it happens. And sometimes you see his body or his gun ragdolling around, which is also hilarious when it happens. Shit! Oh god. You can actually die there if the train hits you as your lowest point of the swing. That's what the beep was. They beep you when they're loving you. Because they're very polite that way. I wish my subway trains came every few seconds. Like, this is the most efficient subway. Like, the benefit of living in an authoritarian state, I guess, is that the trains run on time. Which, yes, I know. That's a truism, that's not true, but what I mean is, oh my god, do the trains come fast in this game. Everyone's least favorite one. Train run. Luckily I played Shadows of the Empire, so when I got here the first time I was like, I know what to do. I have to watch out for dodge things. Now, how is it that you can get hit by a killer and not die while jumping to the edge. You can actually, this is one of the few things you can do at all, I feel like. There's just be no room to just jump up and down and not die. I think these things are randomly generated, because there's a different set of obstacles at the end of this. Already on the way. It's more fun when you actually see a train coming towards you early in the game and you're bad at it. It's your one true pairing morning songs. I'll be back. Yeah, drop the torrent link in the Discord chat, Martin Song, so that Trish can see it. You can get it. I'd like to watch it with her at some point anyways. You can watch it. Project Icarus is ridiculous. Should I rant about why I hate this part of the plot? I think you've all heard it already. That it makes no sense that you still think they're the drop is still on. Because you really shouldn't. If I'm gonna do real streaming, I'm gonna get dedicated webcam too, because right now I use the webcam on my laptop, and that means I have to position the screen in a way that sometimes I often can't see well. And if I have an actual webcam, it's better something like this. That was cool when I jumped off the thing and saw the bullets flying underneath my feet. I like the little things like this. This game is like really cool when it works. I find it more immersive than sorts of games that try to immerse you or just so heavy cuts in the face. What's interesting about the propaganda, it's not that the Nazis didn't do anything right. Like I don't subscribe to the whole thing where everything they did was complete and utter luck and they did nothing wrong, right, and everything. Like American conservatives are very like that point of view a lot. Like I was reading Connie Rice's analysis of about their early victories against France. And it was essentially like they didn't do anything strategically different. The French knew all along that they should have guarded the Maginot Line and that the panzers could go over the mountains. They just didn't guard it for no reason. But at the same time, it's amazing how people buy a lot of propaganda because like everyone, like all those memes on Twitter about look at Nazis these days versus Nazis those days. Nazis those days were incredibly sensitive and like about little things too, and they were also a bunch of cowards, and a lot of them were also like suicide losers. Like they weren't cool. Like just because they killed a lot of people didn't make them tough guys. And like that you believe it is kind of scary. You believe, oh, at least the Nazis back then were these cool tough dudes who weren't like the loser, insecure dudes of now. Yeah, they were. But they were also just as irrational and trolling. Where are you? Yeah, see that go as well because I had to hunt them down, so that makes me look bad. Normally I prefer to shoot them as I'm going, but because I need to climb up this pipe, I can't have them shoot me in the back anyways. There's a way to wall jump onto that pipe from another thing earlier, but it's difficult to do and it would still end up like putting you at risk of them swarming you and killing you. So I just found this is easy. I don't like this part. Because weird shit like that. Luckily she grabbed the edge and we just fought her through. Oop. Climbing to the top of the pipe. Yeah, I like when you see the plane fly above and everything, and it forces you to look up. I like parts of the game where, because of the stuff it makes you do, it organically forces you to have to look at things and notice the beauty of this world. So actually you can see Celeste running to the mall in the background here. I just never bothered to pay attention because I've been too busy trying to stop. Right here. See? You can see her. She's right there. So I gave away that that's Celeste anyway, but everyone here knows that. I don't think I'm spoiling it for anybody. They were the original Zerg Russians, yeah. I mean, it's not like the thing is that there's no such thing as military genius, because military genius is coming up with a tactic that your opponent hasn't come up with yet or isn't used to. Like the problem with the British and the French is they fought World War One when Germans were fighting World War Two. Like they embedded on the Maginot Line. They thought it was going to be like the First War, and it was going to be trench warfare. And then the Germans used planes and tanks. Essentially, like if you're talking StarCraft, um, raves and tanks or raves and mechs, I guess, instead of using regular troops. And it was like that's and it caught them off guard. I mean, and so like it was a tactic they weren't prepared for. It wasn't German invented because military tacticians share their tactics and papers and stuff, and like Goring had adapted it from stuff he'd read from other countries' generals who had also talked about tank warfare and stuff. But it's like also Rommel, right? He's a desert fox, and that was because he just figured out that with the open desert terrain, he could just flank all his opponents, and that's all he did was just constantly flank them. And once they figured out that he was constantly flanking them, they would just embed their flank, and he would ride into it and get beaten, and then he kept flanking them. Like the thing is that if you look at military history, there aren't we like to believe that they're military geniuses like Thrawn, who just are military geniuses, but most of the time it's people figure out one tactic that works, and then they just think they figured out war. Like Goring could not let go of, like Hitler couldn't let go of the Blitzkrieg. Goring could not let go of the dive bombers, and like even though it wasn't working, they just kept saying like let's just keep doing it because I figured out war, rather than I figured it worked because we were on the forefront of something, and now they've adapted, and we've got to get back on the forefront. And like, yeah, Rommel, for all his quote-unquote genius, all he did was flank people, and once he couldn't flank people anymore, he didn't know what to do. In a way, they're all like StarCraft players. They all have their way of playing things, and once you beat that tactic, sometimes they don't have much else. Goring also didn't believe in radar. He thought radar was a passive fancy. And that was also what beat them in the Battle of Britain. I mean, besides that, Hitler's indecisiveness and changing his mind on things is also what caused a lot of problems. Like when they routed the French and British forces, but they let them escape at Dunkirk because Hitler ordered everyone to pause to let the supply lines catch up. And then with the radar thing, that also, besides the radar, allowed the British to figure out when their attacks were going to come in their airfields. They were actually getting close to tripling their British air abilities, but Hitler got impatient, and then he decided to bomb Britain to break their spirit. Which is also something that what's-his-face, their bomber guy of the British, also believed in, which is why Dunkirk happened. Not Dunkirk, Dresden. Because he also believed that bombing could break the enemy's spirits. And the truth is, I think it's been proven over and over again that bombs don't work unless you're dropping an A-bomb. Otherwise, like this whole idea that bombs break people's spirits and they'll just surrender to you hasn't been true. Like the US has tried in the Middle East constantly. And because the thing is that unlike invading armies, right? Like if you're invading like in Italy,
Looks like my little friend.
if they know you're coming and that they know you're going to capture them or kill them depending on what they do, then they'll overthrow their leaders and welcome you with open arms. But if you're bombing them, you've already killed their friends and neighbors likely. They're not going to feel like they want to welcome you with open arms. They're going to feel angry and embittered to you.
Hey, Faithy. Nice of you to drop by.
Persuasion. There was a bit of chatter. Told me about his meeting with Cook's killer at the mall.
But you're thanking me, right?
Hitler did have the worst combination of that. And honestly, like, um, if it wasn't that we were the nuclear and rocket age, thanks World War II, if you had to engage, like, the only one who you might prefer as supreme leader besides Hitler, if you were going to engage with a group, would be Trump. Because, oh my god, does Trump have all those problems too. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're bombing in a way where you're hoping to bypass having to actually conquer it, like, you're just hoping to bomb them to surrender rather than your forces are marching towards the city or anything, um, it's not going to work because they have no reason to surrender to you and all the reason to hate you for already killing everyone they love.
Just what I expected. Secret someone across, private security. Only secure in a world. Phoenix is my town. Just gotta make
Trump is a hubris element. That's exactly it. Yeah, he's a hubris element.
Head toward the building with the big stupid dog symbol. Loading bay should be a way in.
Yeah, he had a lot of problems with Russia, and he did actually pretty well, given that Stalin um, bungled that so badly too at the beginning. Shoot. Crap! I lost control of faith. That was bad. He was going so well this round too. There was only one death. And then I lost control of what I was doing. And I missed that too. I let go too early. There we go. I was doing so well, and then I screwed up twice. It's because I expected to grab that rope the first time, and then missed it, and then kept going, and then it took me a while to realize what I was doing, and by then it was too late. She was heading on her way to die. Just sad. I should have slowed it down a little once I missed the jump. Sometimes there's one over there, but he didn't spawn, which is kind of weird. Oh no, no idea. I'm having a little, I forget what I'm supposed to do. No, I'm scared about this part. Okay, that one. Perfect.
According to the plans, there should be a way through beyond the conveyor system in there.
But these two doors are the only two doors that don't open the same way in this game. That's why you have to press open that other door, because they won't open. It's so weird. You can't just smash them open.
Hurry up before they find you, Pete. Central now. Should be somewhere below you.
It's behind the camera. Despite the fact that there's a hole open on top of the elevator, you can't do anything with it.
Jackpot. Think I found the nerve center. Hopefully some training. Great.
What are they training for? I mean, there's something left in this city they haven't managed to tax, ban, or regulate? What the hell's left, huh?
What?
They 5'9" and 125 pounds is pretty ridiculous. Like, she'd be heavier than 125 pounds because she'd have a lot of muscle on her. Like 5'9", 125 pounds would be like a model. I've noticed that like a lot of guesses about women's weights tend to be, and part of it is people like round numbers, so they seem to think that 100 is like pretty weight. But it's like I've talked about this before, usually the same part, about like the Marvel character guide I have, which like lists all the women as being 5'9", 5'11", and all of them are 120 pounds or lighter, except for like Emma Frost, who's 155 pounds for some reason, because I guess they think her boobs are really big and they must weigh a lot. But like Carol, Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, is 5'11". She's like 125 pounds or something. I'm scared the US is going that way too. Like the massive deregulation, it's like we've got the worst of everywhere. The massive deregulation, um, turning into a police state, possibly going to war with everybody, getting rid of democracy. A president who wants to loot the country. You know you can actually fall through the small gap between the window and the roof there? No, that's not. I'm letting these people behind me catch up too much. Yeah, I'm not messing around with them.
Do it. I'm going after that guy.
So far this is actually a really good run, except for 3 deaths. It's sort of like,
Just charging in there recklessly, kiddo.
That's Pope's kid.
Yeah, well, there might be more heat out there. It's too risky to try to get to the boat by foot. You'll be spotted for sure. There must be some way to slip in undercover.
like how there are some games where you give up a couple runs, but you actually pitched a really good game, and then some games where you haven't given up any runs, but you actually pitched a very poor game. You just kind of got lucky. We're probably gonna die. Because it's powerful.
Stowaway action, Faith. Quick, before it goes.
If you can get past the parking lot areas without dying, you shouldn't die in this stage unless you're very careless against Celeste. Because the boat doesn't have any places you can fall and die.
Could be munitions, I guess. Might be to do with this Project Icarus. Look, head straight for the deck if that's where you saw this guy. Once you found your killer, get some answers and get out fast. Lots of blue traffic in the area, so get ready for a fight.
She-Hulk is the only one. I didn't count She-Hulk because obviously I still think they made her underweight. I have the guide somewhere. But like She-Hulk shouldn't, like She-Hulk is She-Hulk. That's a totally different exception. Um, the other characters should still all be like 5'9" and 101 pounds. Okay, I knew it was there. I had to pause a bit so that they commit to running forward because I need them far away from when I make that pipe jump. The fight took me far enough away. Snake, snake, snake. I tried this once, but it doesn't work.
Rick says he's got a runner in your area. Says that
Yeah.
there's a lot of activity on that boat. But he's seen what he thinks is your guy on the top deck.
I often have trouble with this jump because if you jump too early, you don't make it, and if you run too late, you fall off and you don't jump.
Should be a way through to the top deck above.
So where did her sniper rifle go? And why does she suddenly have like a submachine gun? This is the only really gaming part of this game, where you're thinking about it in such a video game. Because they force you, this is the way you're supposed to fight her. I've even watched speedruns. I was shocked to find out that this was actually the pro way to do it. Because, like, she could do all these cool counters and awesome moves on you, but you can't do it to her. I was hoping we'd have a cool kung fu fight, but you can't. And because she does that little counters thing if you hit her, you have to essentially fight her. Yeah, I played it reckless there. I was one hit away from dying and I still decided to just go for it. I'm not worried about um, missing the counter or anything. Most of the combat is crouch punching. Because if you strike too much high, they block, so you gotta do high and low. I love how they reveal that she's Celeste is just because she has blonde hair. You're the only blonde haired person in this game. For some reason, no one tries to kill her here. Like, it's not even like she's like, join us, Faith. Is it really worth it? Like, if you have Celeste in your pocket, can't you just betray and kill the 5 runners in the city? Like, you went and trained anti-runners just to kill 5 people. Celeste knows. See, this is the part where I think she killed everyone.
Creek says Kate's just been tried.
Swell justice. Let's take him home to jail in less than an hour. Drake's organizing a rifle drop near the new CCC building. I'll keep you posted. Keep going.
Let's see if I can do this part without screwing it. I'm not looking forward to this part. I hate these anti-runners.
Get away from him, mate.
I always want to look back and see the runners stranded behind me, but they don't appear. So it's very disappointing. You can't see them watching you, like frustrated that you got away, like in a movie. Just like the loading doors in Resident Evil helped to kind of make the game creepier, even though they were purely for loading purposes. The elevators here help to like slow things down and kind of make you think about things and whatever. I like it. Okay, let me screw that part up. Let me screw that part up. Yes, I need it. You can actually tase you right at the top of that pipe because they're like 12 feet tall, I guess. And it's so annoying. But you really don't. It's really not wise to stop and fight them. That little jump onto the floating platform is really dangerous because if you roll, you can roll off of it, but if you don't roll, you can also damage yourself right on it. Like, if you're too close to the edge when you take damage, your momentum will still carry you forward, and the low damage thing will keep you from being able to do anything. Oh, the Adrian. Can I do this? Lately, I've been doing this part without dying. I'm doing that without dying. This part's just terrible because it probably leads to death. All the possibilities that you could just die. I mean, technically, it's nothing that we've ever done before. I don't like to take chances. So I don't jump from this to that. If you're too close to the side, bad stuff happens. I did it. I did scaffolding with no deaths. Rat. I remember when I did my 2 death run and I died here because I was careless. That made me angry. So from now on, I'm not gonna take any chances. I thought I had reached the end and it was okay for me to fall off the pipe. But apparently not.
See the rifle? Get to it, get that convoy in your sights. Find a way of slowing it down. Try going for the engine. I'm gonna pass you into the CPF channel the convoy's using. Connor's convoy, what's your status? Over? Looking good. Route is clear.
It was fast. They swarm on this building so fast. Okay, let's see if I remember how to do this part. Hey, let me go. Oh, I messed up. That's fine. I got a little confused about which direction I was supposed to go in. But I figured out you could skip a whole bunch of parts just by following downward to the right areas. Why would you send her to Merc? Because you know that Celeste is evil and therefore you know they know where Merc lives. Where did they have time for that little moment? I left a whole bunch of guards right behind me. So this is the second day. She started the second day at 2 p.m. for the meeting. Which, by the way, she did all of this in 6 hours? Like she did the mall drop at 2, and I mean that took what, 20 minutes? But then she went all the way to Pandero Kruger, and then she did the boat and fought Celeste, and then she rescued her sister. All that in 6 hours? How did she get across the city that fast? It's your fault, Nick, for like staying in your hideout when you know they know where she is. And why did they keep your sister alive? Why don't they just kill her and say she was killed resisting arrest? Because they want to kill her anyways and frame the cop and kill her so nobody's talking. Instead, they take her and they take her all the way to the top of the tallest tower in the city just to have a video game showdown. Well, action hero showdown. See, it's been like almost 2 hours, and they're still just took her to the top for no reason. She's just there. They're just waiting for the helicopter, which conveniently arrives in the interview. to all parts of this level. The free death rooms. I'm really looking forward to the death rooms. It's one of those things which make me worry about trying to do a no death run of this game. I like this part because the first time you play, you kind of figure this out on your own. This is what I like, that the game doesn't hold your hand for a lot. I mean, they obviously make it so you can figure out what to do, but you feel sort of stupid when you do. And I know technically it's all there, you're not fooling God or anything. But let's hope this works. It worked. Okay. I figured out that if I, rather than going for the button, the first glass plane I get, if I move to the side so that I'm facing more or less forward for the button and the band is still at my back, then it's easier for me to run forward and hit the button without them shooting me during that period of time. And it also means I don't have to sidle up to the button. If you're not on direct to the button, it'll take Faith a little time, even though it's automatic, to get up to it. Betrayal. Miller has amazing skills. She shot them through, like right in the neck between the helmet and the body armor. So Cam, take it away. Complain. Cam has some beefs with this part. I'll let him complain about it. This part. Chapter number 2 completed. Because I tend to skip the cutscenes, and I kind of like tune out the cutscenes often. I didn't realize until you pointed it out that this room's right behind them. That there's literally no passageway or anything that you have to go through. You literally enter the next door, and that's the guard room. Because as I told you, I tend to skip cutscenes, so most of the time I play through a game on my own, I just skip to that room. I kind of forget that, and I kind of just assume that there's a tunnel or something right there. I hate this part. Oh, I hate everything about this final level. And that's why it's the final level. They put everything together in one horrible package. Oh, what? I didn't know there was a pipe down there. Oh my god. Oh, there's a pipe down there. I didn't know that. No wonder I just jumped here. Hmm. I'm sort of annoyed at that. Yeah. I didn't know there was a pipe, and I know there was a pipe and I grabbed it. Instead of after I missed that, I would have just swung. Instead, I let go because I didn't know it was going to hurt. Learn something new every day. Will I be okay for that final win? I can't believe I missed that. She didn't bar right. That's why I fell. Just a minute. There's an Easter egg there.
I see you now. There's a private team guarding this area. You can get back in on the other side. Be careful, Sam.
Careful is my new name. Also not is my first name. Oops, I meant to counter.
They're sending reinforcements.
Yeah, that wasn't smooth. Normally I just counter the guy, but the only reason you can walk across here without him killing you is because he gets stuck. It's so weird fighting one of those things. Climb up. Alright. On to the final death room. Can I do the final death room the dangerous way? I've been practicing the dangerous way, but I still choke whenever I do it on stream. I haven't done it on stream the first shot yet. I've always died the first time because I choke. Open the door now.
They're ahead. I've managed to unlock it. Take it to the server room. You should be able to get to the top floor.
I like this part. I like how the game kind of draws your attention to this part. If you look at it for the lack of anything better to do, just to see where you're going, and then you see the whole city as it drives you up. And it's like, it's all you, right? You don't have to look at it. It's not a cutscene. And then you see the helicopter fly.
Like the security doors to the roof are closed. If you destroy those servers,
Why?
emergency protocol should automatically unlock the door.
Why?
I hope. Good luck.
Why?
Look around. Surveillance for the whole city right under your nose, Steve. Sounds like they've taken tape to the roof. They've got a chopper coming in.
You never explained what happened to Miller there. I've got to listen carefully because the computer voice will tell me. Yes, I did it. It worked. Look at that. Wasn't that smooth? Oh, that was so awesome. I did it. First time, first attempt here. That door exists simply so you can't take a gun with you to the roof.
Let's just say it all. Bigger fish. Classic warfare. Break the lines of communication. Shoot the messengers. Without hope. Without the runners. Or clients. Those who just won't let go of the old city. This city clean up the last of the dregs.
So this is just the start.
Isn't it? Listen, you did a remarkably good job of coaxing out all those loose ends surrounding the coast. It's why you're still alive. You can't live on the edge all your life, right? Sooner or later.
I like this ending because it's very corny and it's so obvious what you have to do, but I still like it. I mean, it could be a little tougher. Watch, I'm gonna die. As I said, it could be a little tougher. They just make you do a jump and a slide and a jump. But I like that you have to do something. I like it's something you get at the beginning of the game. That is so improbable. Don't hold her by the cuffs. Yeah, given that they made the server room the final room, it would, like, if they made another hard part here, it'd probably be too much. It's nice to just have a short. As I said, the parts that could be quick time events are all you, like the Burfield fight, this part. This part's where it's like, they could have made a quick time event and they instead just put a little bit of play for you, and I appreciate that. Okay, 5 death run when I haven't played in a while. That's not bad. I was at 3 deaths and I was pretty hoping to finish at 3 deaths, but I did that final part. See, I calmed myself. Because the thing is that once I make that jump, I have to remember not to rush the counter because it takes him a second to try to take a swing at me, and I've got to wait that second, and I did. I was patient. I didn't I didn't use a slow time to stop him, by the way, because I don't use bullet time. I might think about using bullet time if I have to in the future to make some of the guard battles a little easier, but I don't use it. So I counted them all on my own. I actually never tried to counter the heavy machine gunners because I always assumed that since the machine gunners were stronger than regular ones, that every level higher difficulty of bad guys were harder to counter. But um, but it turns out that the counter box for um, like the counter time for those machine gun guards is fairly big, and I found that out um, when I decided to try to counter him and I tried to hit bullet time. Except that apparently I've been pressing the wrong button in my experiments with bullet time, so that's why I never activated anyways. And then I realized that I didn't need bullet time. This counter box was large. The problem with that move is that it can go not smooth if they don't destroy the 4 servers in your first run across, and then you've got to run another circle until you destroy all 4 servers. And that's why I had to listen, because they don't caption the little computer voice, and it's very soft. So you have to really listen when they tell you that all 4 servers have been destroyed. And luckily I had all 4 servers destroyed, and I turned it all worked out. So it's weird that you don't ever really uncover what's going on, and I wonder if they left it up for a sequel that you were eventually, because like it turns out it's Mayor Callahan behind it, but you never meet Mayor Callahan. You meet Jack Knight, but then who was apparently part of the conspiracy for no reason. And then you get to the top, and it's like this is the server room, and all of espionage, all of the surveillance in the city is done here, but that doesn't really pay off. It's like you don't learn anything from that. You just destroy the servers, which open the door to the roof for some reason. I don't know why. Why does the door to the roof have to be open only when the servers are destroyed? Who invented the system? What's it supposed to do? If the servers are destroyed, then you can escape to the roof? Oh no, where will the programmers go? Well, we have to lock the door at the top of the roof because we don't want the programmers, we don't want the computer technicians to go smoke cigarettes up there or anything. But if the servers are destroyed, I guess they're being attacked maybe, or whatever, they can flee to the roof. Um, I love when she's like, this is just the beginning. I prefer to think of it as an ending. I always think of the Marge line in The Simpsons where it's like, what kind of ending is it? It's an ending. That's enough. It's like, whatever, the game's over. Okay, do you want another 2 hours of this? But I always wondered how they were going to continue this game because Celeste, I think, is dead. Merc is dead. Miller's probably dead. And you and your sister are probably dead. Because, as I said, how do you get off that roof? You're on the Shard, the mayor's building, the most heavily guarded, tallest part of the city. You're not going anywhere. There's no other helicopters in the helipad, and otherwise I think they would drive a helicopter and fly somewhere else. And I left a whole bunch of guards behind me. I left all the guards in the server room alive, you guys. Like, so, like, I don't know. It occurs to me that if I wanted to, I didn't have to wait for them to destroy the 4 servers. Like, right off the bat, I could probably jump right. I could probably jump straight to the top, counter the guy, and like take his heavy machine gun, turn around, and shoot all 4 servers and then off. I mean, it'd be dangerous because I'd be giving the enemies time to shoot at me too, but you could probably do that. I mean, you just have to be very quick about shooting all 4 of the server lanes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love that they baked the Thai place that they ate while working here. It's cute. I mean, of course, you should. Yeah, if I was thinking people in a game would think also all the places I ate at too, and all the people, all the little things that helped keep me entertained while I was doing it. But it's just fun. There's a director who makes bad movies that Red Ribbon he likes to make fun of, who now they're not friends with, which is kind of annoying because Len Kabaczynski, because he's one of those guys who gets very touchy about being criticized and sends you those passive aggressive things about how I encourage you to create and grow and like not criticize and everybody is just growing and learning and everything people make is beautiful. It's like the thing Randy Clean sent me where he said he would support any endeavor I did, except for Usher Girls, I guess. We'll support that one. Um, yeah. Yeah, and so Len Kabaczynski, in Oz movies at the end, he thinks of people at PetSmart, which people wondered, like, do you work at PetSmart? Um, they've never figured that one out. I don't know if in their interview if he ever explained what was the real PetSmart. Anyways, game over. You, go away. Hey, one of you mods, ban this person. I finished the 220, which is about normal time to finish the game. I had an extended opening though, so I probably finished it over 2 or something. Good old Kim, banning the sexy girls. Alright, so I guess that's it. Um, I can't do other things tonight. I need to start focusing on my school, and I also need to eat and do some stuff with Trish. The morning songs, if you want to watch it tonight, we can, because I would enjoy that. That's up to you. I mean, if you want to stay up and not sleep, I don't encourage you to stay up and not sleep, but it'd be fun. I would, and Trish, if you want to watch it, we could watch it. We could do freeway with a watch thing. It'd be fun. Up to you. Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. Hopefully next time I stream, I'll have a microphone. If you want to drop me any money and donate so that I can improve my streams for equipment, I would appreciate that. I also want to get a webcam. At some point, I want to get a streaming card so I can stream my Wii U, and if I can stream my Wii U, then I can stream all sorts of fun games. And I can show you my Mario Maker levels, my social work Mario Maker levels. Anyways, have a good night. Thanks for watching. See you around.